What is up, everybody? It's Kyla here. So in case you all didn't know, I have been living in Atlanta, Georgia for about a month and a half now. And you know, Atlanta is really beautiful. It's such a beautiful city, and I've really been enjoying the weather here. And you know what? I wanted to share with you one of my favorite places, specifically parks that I have been frequenting since I've been here. This is for all you park lovers out there. I know you'll appreciate it. Maybe, I hope it helps. You know, everyone talks about Piedmont and how amazing it is and how it's like the Central Park of New York. And don't get me wrong, I love it. It's amazing. It's really big. And it's a very central location that connects to the Beltline, to downtown, midtown. And it has tennis courts and a lake and parks for kids and a little exercise area. It has like lots and lots of green spaces, baseball fields. It's really big, and it connects to the Atlanta Botanical Garden as well. It even has like a community garden. It has 2 different types of dog parks, you know, facilities, restrooms. So it's really cool. I'm not saying it's not amazing. It just has a different vibe compared to the park that I really love, and that's personal preference. But I wanted to share that with you all in case you're like me and you like that type of park better than the vibe of Piedmont Park. There's this other park that is super underrated. I feel like it's a hidden gem. I feel like it's not as popular. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's super popular and everyone knows about it, but from every time that I go there, it doesn't feel that way. You know, this is a park that you don't really hear about. I feel like it's just frequented by locals, although maybe that's not true. But yeah, Freedom Park is the place to be. I love it. I love it so much. I've been going like once or twice every single week. You know, I go there to do my yoga. I go there to run. It's such a great location. Let me just give you a list of all the reasons why I freaking love Freedom Park. One, which is honestly, I feel like people don't think about this when they go somewhere, like off the top of their head. You know, it's about like the place itself, but the parking sitch. You will always find parking. As you can tell from this footage, you can see how it's not like cars back to back to back. Like, you can definitely find parking spaces. It's also in a more residential neighborhood, and you know, parking can be, you know, a little frustrating at times. Every time I go to Piedmont, you literally just have to make sure you account for parking time. It's just really hard to find parking there. It's in a very, like I said, central location. There's way more traffic, you know, foot traffic, car traffic, you know, bikers everywhere, people on the velos and bird, like scooters. Secondly, there's the absence of crowds. You know, I'm not a big crowd person. I don't really like crowds. So Freedom Park, I feel like, is literally the perfect amount of people for me. So you do get people, but it feels like you're kind of alone. I feel like it's really peaceful, it's really quiet. At the same time, you can see people around. You hear distant laughter, people maybe playing their music a little bit just from afar. You know, people playing with their dogs. I don't know, it creates this really nice vibe where you feel like you're alone, but you're not. And that's what I really love about Freedom Park, is that it's like people are distant, just distant enough. Especially during, I'm not gonna say the C word, but especially during these times, people always wanna be outdoors, you know, doing their own thing. So I feel like, especially now, it's like a really great park to go to when you don't want to run into people or crowds. As you can tell, Piedmont is way more crowded. I went to these 2 parks during the same time. It's a weekday around sunset time, and as you can tell, Piedmont is way more crowded. There is way more foot traffic, just people in larger groups sitting around. The energy feels different. The energy is more like, it's just more up there. It's more like loud, kind of boisterous. But with Freedom, I feel like you get peacefulness, quietness, but also you do get a really good energy, you know, like a kind of relaxing, happy energy. I feel like with Piedmont, it's kind of like, if you want to compare, it'd be like a Disney happiness. If you go to Disneyland, you know, it's like that kind of crowded happiness, if that makes any sense. Freedom Park's type of vibe is my type of vibe, and I really love how there are no crowds there. So yeah. Thirdly, The neighborhood / location. So Freedom Park is in this area called Little Five Points, and it's really nice because around Freedom Park there are some shops and restaurants. It's very walkable. There's this really cute supermarket called Savannah, I believe, but it's like a organic, healthy market. It's really, really cool. I feel like it's really nice to just, if you're by the park and you just kind of make a little loop or you pass it, you can get some juice there, some food. But yeah, the location itself, it's really nice. So Freedom Park is obviously not as big as Piedmont, but the cool thing about it is that if you're facing north, to the right of Freedom Park, it connects to Candler Park. So the trail, that the biking, walking trail, if you keep on going down it, it'll just lead you to Candler Park. And Candler Park is another park with trails. You know, it's really cute. It has a golf course. It has some tennis courts over there. It's very residential. And then to the left of Freedom Park is the Jimmy Carter Presidential Museum area that's situated in a really large green space, which also has trails and walking paths, and it also leads you to more shops and restaurants in that area, which I think is really, really cool. So if you're wanting to do like a longer walk, you can definitely go from Candler to the opposite end, you know, grab some food. They have really good food there, you know, maybe some drinks. It's a really cute area and it's very walkable, and then, you know, make your way back, taking a different path. I really, really appreciate the location that it's in. I feel like, you know, it's still in Atlanta, but it's not so close to downtown, to the city where you feel like you're in the city, but you still are. You still technically are in the city. It just doesn't feel that way. And as you can tell, you know, from the footage here, that yeah, the buildings are way closer in Piedmont Park compared to Freedom Park. It's like a ways away. You can definitely see the difference in that. Lastly, what I love about Freedom Park, I guess I already kind of touched on this, but it's just the space. Like, I love how there's so much green space, so much space for you to spread out and kind of do your own thing. There's trails for running, for biking, for walking. I just see people playing frisbee when I'm there, or volleyball. And yeah, people do all these things at Piedmont as well. So I guess it's kind of similar in that way, but the difference is that it feels different and you feel like you have a lot more space. You know, depending on what time you go, I think Piedmont, you can definitely find space as well because it's just so big, but at the same time, you're never alone, if you know what I mean. There's always people around and you're always kind of trying to find that space in the corner, versus at Freedom Park, I feel like you can just set your things down. Like, it just feels so much more peaceful to me, and that's what I really like. So, you know, depending on what type of person you are, maybe Piedmont is the perfect park for you, but for me, Freedom Park is literally the perfect park for me. It's so underrated. I mean, I didn't even hear about it. I just kind of found it on Google Maps and I was like, ooh, this looks really nice. Like, let me check this out. And I'm so glad I did, because it's my favorite park now. There's even a little farmer's market that happens near the Carter side of the park on the weekends. I believe Piedmont has a farmer's market as well on the weekends, but I'm sure it'll be similar in terms of vibes. So anyways, I just want to share that with you all. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you are in Atlanta and you visit Freedom Park and you visit both Freedom and Piedmont, you compare it. Let me know what you think. Or if you are local here, let me know. Maybe Freedom Park isn't like a local hidden gem. Maybe it's like a really popular park, but I don't know. Just let me know what you think. I want to hear your thoughts. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. Get out there in the sunshine. The weather is looking beautiful, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.